Welcome back to Sexier Live TV.
Welcome back, guys. Thank you for joining us today. Happy Friday. Hope you're all having a massive day. We was actually going to video out from Dreamworld today, but it's super hard finding a quiet spot in a huge playground. So we're here back home and we're going to get stuck into our first question. And that was from Karen, and she was asking for tips or solutions on what I have done with Bubby and her health goals. So first of all, our number one rule is jerk or jerf. Just eat real food or just eat real kai. In our household, we don't have the processed sugars or the processed foods. We keep it as close to the natural form as possible. How we did that, as you probably know, you've seen Bubby and her transformation. When I was at home, I was getting very, very lazy, so I'd just be eating what Mum and Dad were eating. And I knew that it wasn't right for Bubby, and hence why she and myself had put on quite a bit of weight. Now being back here, we've got our environment set. We've made that rule that we don't have processed foods in our house. A good way to do this is just cleaning your cupboards out. Like, just go and check what's in your cupboards. Look at the bag, look in the ingredients, and if there's more than 3 ingredients in a certain product, it's got to be processed. And also, if you can't read what's in the ingredients, that's another rule of mine as well. If you don't know what the word is, it can't be good for you. So that's what my process is with cleaning out the cupboards, keeping a clean environment as well. Another one with this as well, I know people, you probably find it hard when you're going out. You might be going out with friends or going out for a coffee, and sometimes I just have to avoid that and say, hey, let's have a coffee at my place, or we'll go somewhere where I know that the temptation isn't there, because as the saying goes, out of sight, out of mind. It's so true. So get those cupboards cleaned out, and that is your first step that you can do. Also, another one is a very big thing for me is always planning my meals. Now, I used to plan before I went grocery shopping. However, I know how expensive, especially meat and veggies that aren't in season can be as well. So now what I do is I actually go to the supermarket or the butcher's and buy the meat that's on special, and then I can plan out what we're having for the week. Now, here's a rule what I stick to with cooking. I do not complicate things. I like to keep it simple. I keep it super simple as possible. So we are having the most simplest meals. We have roasts. We have shepherd's pie. We have just really quick, easy meals, but they're with real food. So you can't go wrong. I find if you're going to complicate things up a bit, you're going to get sick and tired, and it's going to take longer than you think, and then we'll end up giving up. So keep it simple. Stupid. But I don't use the stupid part. Just keep it simple. Also, when you're transitioning as well to real food for kids, it's a good way to find recipes and find things that kids are going to love as well. Bubby, she doesn't like spinach, so I will hide the spinach in her food and she won't even know. Like with the frittatas and that, I'll just chop it up, and she doesn't know it's in there. And finding meals as well that you can substitute that are just as tasty. I've got so many recipes, and of course you know that I've got my book. It's actually up for sale at the moment on my website. And with that, the meals on there are super simple and they're very tasty, so it wasn't hard for me to transition Baby back to having real food after having that processed food. Also, keeping... It is easier to transition now while they're younger because they don't have that taste for the processed foods. Alright, so that would be my first few tips for the nutrition side of things. Now, let's get physical. Now, you don't need to belong to your sports clubs or your gymnastics clubs and that to start off with, because I know how expensive it can be as well. One of my theories is monkey see, monkey do. Now, if your children are watching you do physical activity, of course they're going to join in. Every morning Bubby comes down with us to CrossFit. She sees us training, and then after the session we actually set up, we do a little circuit for her. Also, we do take her out, kick a ball around the park, take her out. We make it fun though, you know, everything's got to be fun with kids, and that's what I've found, you know, not to take it too seriously, and like I don't want her involved in competition just yet. Like it is good for kids, don't get me wrong, but I really love making it fun for her, because then she doesn't get that aggro like her mummy used to. So that is one of my physical tips, like just keeping them active. Usually at school they've always got things going on, and it's cool to get them mixing in with the other kids as well. But this is just to help you start off on your journey for your children. So if you'd like to check out my recipe book, it is The Ultimate Lunchbox, and it's real food for real kids. In this lunchbox there is over 20 recipes. Now I did it on a 2-week basis really, but what you can do is just do a couple of lots of baking during the week, and that can be for your week. And then with the meals as well, like I cook a lot of the meals at night, say shepherd's pie and that, and then what I do is Bubby has it for her lunch the next day. So she doesn't have the sandwiches or the store-bought muesli bars. In the recipe book I've got a nut bar recipe, which is absolutely beautiful. Bubby loves it. We don't have any problems with her eating real food. So hopefully this helps you, Karen, and also anyone who is looking to do the same thing with their children, transitioning them to the real food, how us humans should be eating. And I hope to hear your feedback soon. For now, have an awesome Friday evening, and we'll catch up with you soon. Ciao!